I didn't check the doorbell camera because I was suspicious. I checked it because I was bored. Waiting at the airport, scrolling through notifications, killing time during a delayed flight. Then I saw the clip. 2:17 a.m. Motion detected. No big deal until I tapped it. And there she was, my wife, laughing, walking up our driveway, with someone else. He leaned in to kiss her, on our porch. And she didn't pull away. She leaned in, smiling, one hand still fumbling with her keys, while the other rested on his chest like it belonged there. I didn't feel it at first. Not shock, not anger, just silence, like my brain paused, trying to give me time to make sense of what I was seeing. Then it hit. She was cheating on me, in the house we built together, right beneath the welcome mat that said, "This is us." And she looked so comfortable, like this wasn't the first time. Let me back up. We've been married 6 years. Met at a trivia night I almost skipped. She was loud, hilarious, and annoyingly good at guessing movie quotes. I was hooked from the first eye roll she gave me. Everyone loved her. My friends, my parents, even my boss thought she was the real deal. She made people feel like they mattered, and I thought that meant I mattered too. Turns out, charm hides a lot of things. Things I should have seen, but didn't. It started slowly. Girls' nights that turned into weekends. Text messages she wouldn't let me see. Late showers after she got home. A new perfume she never wore around me. I didn't call her out. Didn't accuse. I just told myself we were busy. Tired. Stressed. Everyone hits low points, right? We were fine. The camera was her idea. Package theft paranoia, she said. She wanted to feel safe, so I bought it, installed it, synced it to her phone and mine. We even joked about it. She said, "Good thing I don't have any secrets." I hear those words now and feel my jaw tighten every time. Because that clip, it didn't lie. It showed everything. Her coat, her laugh, the way she leaned into him, like she used to lean into me when she was tipsy. He looked younger, confident. His hands weren't hesitant, and hers weren't protesting. They were welcoming. I didn't message her, didn't call, didn't scream at strangers in the airport. I just sat there, still, remembering the last time she touched me like that. I opened the app, scrolled further back, checked the whole week, dozens of alerts I'd never bothered to review, and then, another one, 2 nights earlier, same time, same guy, different door, the back one, the one without a camera. That's when it sank in. This wasn't an accident, wasn't a one-time thing. I closed the app, stared at my phone like it might crack in my hand. But it didn't. I was the one breaking. And I didn't even feel angry yet. Just stupid. I didn't confront her when I got home. Not because I wasn't angry, but because I wanted to see it for myself. How long she could lie. How far she'd take it. She picked me up from the airport like nothing was wrong. Waved when she saw me. Same bright smile. Same "I missed you" energy. She even kissed me. And I let her, because I needed to know how good she'd gotten at pretending. On the way home, she filled the silence. Asked about my flight, work, the hotel gym I never used. I nodded. Said little. Watched her steer the conversation like she was trying to distract us both from something she couldn't name. When we pulled into the driveway, I looked straight at the porch, the same spot where she kissed him. She didn't blink, didn't glance at the camera, didn't act like she'd been caught on it. Maybe she didn't realize, or maybe she did, and just didn't care. Inside, everything looked normal, except for one thing. A black hoodie tossed over a kitchen chair. Not mine, not hers. Worn, smaller, different. She caught me looking. "Oh, that's Emily's. She stopped by the other night with wine." Emily, her safety net. Thing is, I checked the footage. Emily didn't stop by. He did. Same jacket, same arm around her waist, same hands she used to hold on to me with. I didn't say a word, just nodded. Cool. Then I took my bag to the bedroom and shut the door. That night, I invited her to watch TV on the couch. She looked surprised. Not scared, not anxious, just surprised. Like she wasn't expecting me to want closeness. And that told me something. She curled up next to me like always. But I didn't touch her. Didn't rest my arm behind her shoulders. Didn't pull her in, like I usually did. She noticed. Asked if I was tired. Said I seemed off. I said it was the flight. She nodded. Believed it. Before bed, I told her I missed her. She smiled. Said it back. Kissed me like she meant it. Like nothing was wrong. But everything was. She went to sleep. I didn't. I waited. Then got up, went to the garage, and installed a second camera. Small, hidden, silent. Pointed at the back door, The one with no coverage. The one she used when she thought no one was watching. The next morning, I made her coffee. Like I always do. She took a sip, kissed me on the cheek, and said she was going to yoga. She doesn't do yoga. Hasn't in years. But I smiled. Told her to enjoy it. She left at 8:42 a.m. I opened the Doorbell app at 8:43. Watched her car disappear down the street. Then I waited. At 9:27, I got the alert. Motion detected. Not her car. Not her keys. Not yoga. He was back. Just like I thought he'd be. And this time, I had him in full frame. The camera caught everything. No sound. Just clean, clear video. Every second of it. He showed up at 9:27 a.m. Black hoodie. Ball cap. Confident, like he belonged there. He didn't even hesitate. Walked straight to the back door. The one she thought I didn't watch. He knocked once, and then he let himself in. I watched it happen from my office. Lights off. Curtains drawn. Footage looping on my screen. They were in there for 2 hours, and when he left, she walked him out, smiling, playful, checking the driveway. Then she kissed him goodbye, right outside my house. I didn't feel rage. Not yet. Just this cold, focused clarity. Because this wasn't guesswork anymore. It wasn't suspicion. It was proof. Real. Undeniable. And maybe the worst part? She didn't look scared. She looked happy. Like this was routine. Like she'd done it before. That night, she made spaghetti. Poured wine. Said we should get away soon. We need a reset, she told me. I almost laughed. Like she could unplug our marriage and reboot it like a frozen laptop. I nodded. Told her it sounded nice. Then kissed her goodnight. The next morning, I called a lawyer. Didn't file. Just asked questions. Quiet questions. What qualifies as evidence? What are the options if things get ugly? How do I prepare for the end? Turns out, I already had most of what I needed, and I was about to collect the rest. That week, I became someone new. Sweet. Helpful. Attentive. The kind of husband who brings flowers without a reason. She lit up. Told me, "You're like your old self again." She smiled more. Held my hand. Kissed me without prompting. She thought we were healing. But I wasn't fixing anything. I was documenting everything. I saved the camera footage. Screenshot the timestamps. Archived her text messages and created a map of her lies. Yoga classes she didn't attend. Receipts that didn't match her GPS location. Phone calls that ended when I walked into the room. I wasn't watching anymore. I was building my case, and she had no clue. She thought we were reconnecting. That things were back on track. She started calling me babe again, wearing perfume again, said she missed this version of us. Meanwhile, he came back, this time in a different car. Same routine, same back door, same goodbye kiss. Only now, I had 3 camera angles. After he left, she texted me, "Running errands. Want me to grab dinner?" I told her I was craving Thai. She brought home sushi, and that told me everything. She wasn't slipping. She wasn't sloppy. She was comfortable. Too comfortable. She thought she had me back where she wanted me, and maybe for a long time. She did. But that man, the one who didn't notice, he's gone. She still had no idea I was watching. She thought I was hers again. Thought I'd stopped asking questions. Stopped checking the footage. Stopped wondering why she always smelled like perfume when she just got back from yoga. But I wasn't wondering anymore. I was preparing. First, I moved the money, little by little, out of our shared account, into one she couldn't touch. Clean, traceable withdrawals. Backed up copies of every statement. I kept everything, every expense, every receipt, every penny she wouldn't see coming. Then I bought a burner phone. Basic. Disposable. Registered to nobody. I used it to document everything. Voice memos, screenshots, video stills from both cameras, neatly labeled, back door, Thursday wine night, hoodie guy. I asked her about yoga again. She said it was great, that the instructor kicked her butt. I smiled. What pose was the hardest? She blinked, said, "That twisty one. The downward twist?" Not a real pose. Didn't matter. I smiled again. Told her she looked amazing. She kissed me on the cheek. Had no idea I was watching her unravel in real time. That week, I told her I had a work trip. 3 days. Out of state. Sent myself a fake itinerary and forwarded it to her. She looked relieved. I'll miss you." I kissed her like I used to. Told her I'd call when I landed. But I didn't leave town. I parked 2 streets away with a sleeping bag in the back seat and my garage monitor running off a power inverter. She brought him over that night. fast, like she couldn't wait. New jacket, same confidence. They drank wine on our couch. She wore the robe I gave her for our last anniversary. Still had the tag inside. She curled up next to him like it was their home. Whispered something into his ear. He laughed. They went upstairs, and I just sat there, watching it all like a movie I never asked to be in. And that's when something inside me clicked. I wasn't heartbroken anymore. I was done. Next morning, I walked through the door at 7 a.m., told her the flight was canceled. She froze, just for a second, then smiled. Ugh, travel's the worst. Want some breakfast? Like I hadn't watched her kiss another man in our kitchen hours earlier. I said no, went to bed, and stared at the ceiling, smiling. That week, I called her sister. Told her I wanted to throw Kate a surprise party. Something small. Just close friends. Family. Something sweet. Her sister was thrilled. Helped me pick the date. 2 Saturdays from now. The perfect night. The one Kate always spent out with the girls. I made a guest list. Her mom. Her best friend. Her coworkers. Even some of my friends, just for cover. Everyone thought I was doing something romantic. A husband rediscovering his love. But they didn't know. This wasn't a celebration. It was an unveiling. The day of the party, she looked stunning. Hair freshly curled. New dress. Lipstick like armor. She thought she was going out with her friends. Thought it was just another night of pretending. Another night of slipping her guilt between the cracks of a lie. But tonight wasn't for her. It was about the truth. The house was perfect. Warm lights. Soft music. Catered food and neatly arranged candles. It looked like love. It was built like war. Her sister picked her up. Told her they had a dinner reservation. That they needed to swing by our place because she forgot her earrings. Kate bought it. Didn't suspect a thing. By 7:30, the house was full. Friends, family, her coworkers, people who thought they knew her. At 7:50, her car pulled up. She walked in smiling. The room erupted. Surprise! And for a second, just a second, her face cracked. The smile didn't reach her eyes. There was panic behind the lashes, but she recovered fast. Oh my God, you guys... She scanned the room like a thief in the wrong house. Then she saw me. I walked over, kissed her on the cheek. Happy surprise, babe. Dinner flowed, laughter, photos. To everyone else, we were golden. But I saw it. Her eyes darting, her nerves twitching. She knew something was off. She just didn't know what. At 9 o'clock, I tapped my glass. The room quieted. She gripped my arm. Speech time? I smiled. Something like that. I thanked everyone for coming. Said love takes effort, that marriage isn't perfect. But truth? Truth is everything. She gave me a nervous laugh. I nodded toward the projector. And tonight, I want to show you something that brought us closer. Click. The screen came to life. Doorbell footage. 2:17 a.m. Black and white. Kate. Kissing a man who wasn't me. On our porch. Silence. Pure. Heavy. Thick. She turned to the screen, then back to me. What is this? Click. Next clip. The back door. Her robe. His hand on her waist. Their shadows merging into the hallway. She stepped toward me. Turn it off. No one moved. Turn it off. You're embarrassing yourself. She lunged for the remote. I stepped back. I'm showing them what you look like when I'm not around. Someone gasped. Her sister's hand flew to her mouth. Her mom looked away. One friend quietly left the room. Kate's voice cracked. Please. Let's talk. Please. Not like this. Tears. Mascara. Shaking. I looked at her. Then, around the room. I wanted you all to see what I've seen. This is who she is. Then I walked out. Keys in hand. Closed the door behind me. Left her standing there. Alone. In a room full of people who finally saw her for who she really was. I didn't go home that night. Didn't answer her calls. Didn't read her texts. Didn't care what story she was going to spin next. She had years to talk to me, and she used them to lie. 27 missed calls. The voicemail started soft. Please, I can explain. Then came the crying. Then shouting. Then silence. I checked into a hotel 2 towns over. No memories. No shared drawers. No reminders of her face in the mirror. Just 4 blank walls and peace. The kind I didn't realize I'd been living without. At 3:08 a.m., the final text came in. I don't know what to say, but I love you. Please let me explain. Explain what? The robe? The footage? The fact that she kissed him like it wasn't the first time? There was no explanation that mattered anymore. By sunrise, her sister had texted too. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry. So did her mom. So did her best friend. People who'd hugged me in that kitchen. Who saw it happen in real time. None of them had anything to defend. And Kate? She didn't stop. She kept coming. Letters, texts, voice notes. All the same broken record. I wasn't thinking. It didn't mean anything. I love you. I don't even know why I did it. She begged me to talk. Begged me to give her a chance to explain. But the truth? You don't trip and fall into betrayal. You walk into it. One step at a time. And she walked all the way. One day I got an email. 6 paragraphs. Full of old trauma, distant fathers, emotional detachment. Blamed me, subtly. Said I stopped showing up. Said she felt lonely. Said it was just a phase. She sent me photos. Printed. Folded. Our wedding. Our vacations. Our smiles. Like paper memories could patch a bleeding marriage. I didn't respond. Not to her. Not to the guy either. Because, yes, he reached out too. Said he didn't know she was married. Said he thought I left her. Said he didn't mean to get in the middle of something. He sounded terrified, like I was going to show up and ruin his life. But I didn't need to. They'd already ruined each other. And me? I was finally clean. I filed for divorce the next week. Quietly. No grand statement. No dramatic fight. Just a clean break. I had the footage. The receipts. The paper trail. There was nothing left to argue. She didn't fight it. How could she? The day I moved out, I left one thing behind. A small USB drive. Labeled, everything you didn't delete. No message. No goodbye. Just a final truth she couldn't talk her way around. And then I left. No slamming doors. No revenge speech. No cinematic ending. Just the sound of my keys in the lock one last time. And my own footsteps heading in the other direction. It's been 6 months. Sometimes that feels like a minute. Other times, it feels like a different lifetime. The divorce is final. No arguments. No delays. She signed the papers in silence. Didn't show up to the court hearing. Didn't fight for anything but the story. Tried to paint it as mutual. Tried to save face. But the truth doesn't care how pretty you frame it. She moved out of state. Back to her hometown, I think. We haven't spoken since. And I don't plan to. Sometimes I still get texts from people who were at the party. Not because they want gossip, but because they're still stunned. They tell me they never saw it coming. That she seemed so in love. That we looked happy. I don't respond to most of them. Not because I'm cold, but because there's nothing left to explain. What do you say? Yeah, I thought I was building forever with someone who was treating me like an option. Yeah, I kissed her goodbye in the morning while she kissed someone else goodnight. You don't say that. You just move on. I still live in the same city. Different apartment. Smaller. Quieter. No welcome mat. No second toothbrush by the sink. No more pretending. And for the first time in years, I sleep through the night. No pacing. No phantom questions. No checking her side of the bed. Just sleep. Deep. Undisturbed. Earned. People always ask how you get over something like this. You don't. You just carry it differently. At first, it's heavy. Everything feels like her. The drawer she organized. The playlist she made. The joke only she would laugh at. It all hits you at once, and you think, I'll never feel normal again. But you do. Not all at once, but in pieces. You start laughing at things again. You start cooking your own meals and realizing you like your eggs a different way than she used to make them. You stop checking your phone when you hear footsteps outside. You stop wondering if you could have done something differently, because you realize she made a choice, and now, so did you.